So, where do the best business ideas really come from? You know, if your first thought was passion, you might be in for a surprise. Today, we're going to challenge that common advice and build a new way of thinking, a framework for success that's based on something you already have. Let's dive in.
You've heard this a million times, right? I mean, it's the go-to advice from pretty much everyone. The whole idea is if you just love what you do, success is going to follow. And hey, it sounds fantastic, but is it really the whole picture?
And boom, just like that, one of the top VCs in the entire world, Ben Horowitz, completely flips that advice on its head. This is the core idea we're going to explore today, this powerful argument that it's your skills, not just your passions, that are the real key to unlocking a successful business. So let's actually break down this passion myth. I mean, why can blindly following your passion sometimes lead you completely astray? It's not the passion is a bad thing, far from it, but, relying on it alone can be a real trap. This analogy just hits the nail on the head. Imagine someone who is just incredibly passionate about painting. They love art, they think about it all day, but they can't actually paint very well. See, you can't build a business on that. Passion is the fuel for sure, but the skill, that's the engine that actually makes the whole thing go. Now, this slide is really interesting because it just lays it all out side by side. On one side, passion is awesome for motivation, right? It gets you through the tough days, it helps you recruit people who believe in what you're doing. But, and here's the kicker, look at that bold text. Passion says absolutely nothing about your actual ability. Skill, on the other hand, well, that's the bedrock. That's what lets you excel, what lets you build something that actually works. And funny enough, being great at something, that often creates its own kind of passion. Okay, so if passion isn't the real foundation, then what is? Well, it's your skills. So let's dig in and figure out how you can uncover the abilities you already have, even the ones you might not even realize are there.
This is such a powerful question. Seriously, think about it for a second. What's something you know so well that right now you could sit down and explain it to somebody step by step without even breaking a sweat? It doesn't have to be rocket science. It could be anything from organizing a spreadsheet to making the perfect cup of coffee. That confidence, that's the signal of a real skill.
Now, I know what you're thinking. The word expert can feel a little intimidating, right? Most of us are way too humble to just claim that title. But just for a minute, set that aside. Think about your job, your hobbies. There's definitely something you've done where, to most people, you are an expert. It doesn't matter if it's common or totally obscure. It's a skill, and it's worth writing down. Okay, if you're still kind of struggling, try this little exercise. It forces you to get specific. For example, maybe you're in the top 10% of people who can organize a messy garage or plan a super complicated trip, or maybe something very specific like delegating tasks effectively. This little trick helps you get past that voice in your head that says, "Oh, I'm not good enough."
And this is so important. Your skills don't have to sound epic or magical. Being able to type quickly and accurately, that is a legitimate marketable skill. So is being a great listener or being ridiculously organized. Don't discount those practical, everyday things you can do. You gotta jot all of them down.
Okay, so we have skills. The second pillar of this whole foundation is experience. And this is what I like to call your secret weapon. Why? Because it's something that is totally 100% unique to you. Nobody else has it. Let's be clear about what we mean by experience here. This is not just a list of jobs on your LinkedIn. We're talking about the inside knowledge you've picked up over the years. It's understanding the little details, the unwritten rules, the real problems inside an industry that someone on the outside would just never, ever see.
And that inside knowledge, it gives you a massive head start. You already know the people, you've got contacts, you understand the real pain points. That is a huge leg up on any competitor who's just starting from scratch.
So ask yourself this question. What do you know about an industry, a hobby, or a group of people that an outsider just wouldn't get? Maybe you worked in restaurants and you know exactly why their ordering systems are always a mess. Or maybe you're a gamer and you know the real frustrations of a certain type of game. That specific knowledge you had to earn. That's pure gold. All right, it's time to bring this all together. We have dug up our skills. We've identified our unique experiences. The final step now is to combine them into a powerful tool you can use to generate amazing business ideas. Here it is, your action plan, plain and simple. First, you're going to list out every single skill we talked about, big and small. Second, list your experiences and that inside knowledge that came with them. Third, put it all in one place. Think of it as your personal idea repository. This collection is the raw material you'll use to start generating business ideas that have a really high probability of success because they're built on the solid foundation of what you can actually do.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. For just a moment, forget follow your passion. Instead, ask yourself this simple, direct question. What are you genuinely, truly good at? Because the answer to that question, well, that might just be the starting point for your next great adventure.